Hello everyone, welcome back to Trev Dog Gaming here on YouTube. This is the game The Infected, and we are now in Season 2, Episode 15. Well, we're going to go off and visit our first mine today. If I just turn this way a bit, it's kind of just a little bit south of us. Probably kind of in a direction back towards our very first base. So that's kind of where we're going to do all our mining from. And it doesn't matter, it's a little way away. We'll just end up probably just taking a cart over there with some boxes on and whatnot. Now, I've got to show you a couple of things. The first thing mainly is probably, it's a bit dark to really see. You can kind of just see it. Ah, man. Yeah, it does take a bit of a grind to do this stuff, but I put a second row of spikes all the way around the outside. Now, these spikes are okay for the smaller guys. They get hung up on them. They do damage them a bit, but they can kill them. The little bosses, the mini bosses, no, don't do anything really at all. It's a useless kind of thing. But I've moved a few bits and pieces around at the front here, just so I can get in and out easier. At the main base here, the noise value's going up ever so slowly. The light value's not going up at all at the moment, and it's really because I haven't got the forges running. But I will put them on fairly soon because I need some more nails. As you can see down there, I've got sort of like 3 planter boxes ready to put some seeds in, and if I'm not careful, it'll end up being winter before I know it. So I'd like to get a few crops running, even if it's only just to spoil it and get some biofuel happening. I do have to go for a run back to the old base and pick up some stuff and come back, because I've got a fair bit of gear there. I wouldn't say a lot, but I've got a lot of little bits of everything that I should really bring here then. But I just need to make more storage and whatnot. So that will happen down the track a little bit. But we need to go over towards, I think I'm facing in the right direction. Yeah, just over that way. Probably underneath that mountainous area over there, and have a look inside the mine. So I gather we're going to end up using the bow and spear, because there's normally scorpions in there. But if I can come back, considering that I've got such a large backpack, I should be able to carry quite a bit of kit, I think. Even if it's just coal, and we'll mine up a few ores and whatnot, would be good. I do have a 100% pickaxe on me. The other one I just destroyed it. I can't remember what it was, 3 or 4. Before I go downstairs, I'll just tell you, when we do finally get attacked, probably because of our light value, because we've been, burning up, smelting some stones in the forges, or in the furnaces, I should say. Oh, it's cold. Jeez. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. When it does that, it's the first sign of winter. Oh, crap's sake. I can stand on the top here and just fire arrows down on the enemies, kind of thing. So I'll have to end up doing that. Let me have a look again. What was it for? At the moment, I've got no decent coat on. So hang on. Where's the clothes? Where's the big coat again? Plant fiber and 10 feathers. Alrighty. Let's take a 50. Might as well just make another one. I've got one at the other base. On the workbench. Okay. Let's hurry up and make this before we freeze to death. Hang on a second. I did make another little chest here, give myself a little bit more space. So, oops, hang on. We've got to go back to me, grab the shirt, take the shirt off, put the shirt in here, so she's out of the way. Actually, my heat is now 0. I think the shirt was giving me a minus value, so my temperature's sort of starting to go up a little bit. But still, the coat's going to be needed fairly soon. I had a feeling it might have been coming back around to another winter season again, so now if we have a look at us, we've got the winter coat on. Our heat factor is 10. So you can see my body temperature starting to rise again. Yeah, it might not be too bad. Obviously, I'm standing next to the fire, and that again, I'll be probably cooking. Anyhow, so that's all good. We fixed all that up. What's the time? Still only 5:30 in the morning. I really want to get these things cranking along a little bit, so we might do a little bit of this morning before we go to the mines. Got a fair bit of firewood there, which is absolutely awesome. Actually, how come that one's down and the other one's not? Not sure. I think I've got some fragments. So I've got one iron ingot. I've got only a couple of nails. I've got 5 iron fragments and 2. So look, my plan really is to try to get up higher and then get on top and build all the main infrastructure up there. So this is kind of like I don't know what you call it, just temporary. And most of this stuff I can move around eventually. But yeah, I love having a base about this size. Gives you a bit of space to move around. I did find another melon, so I got a couple. It's almost going to go morning. Looks a bit gloomy, doesn't it? Still a bit dark and whatnot. So I got all my planks replaced. I was half thinking I might have to move these maybe up against the building there. Might be better to do that. Actually, hang on. Yeah, please remove all planks before moving. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to use them up or move them into those little storage areas at the back there before I move them. But I was just wondering, maybe I should just put them up against the wall here. They're out of the way a bit more. Because eventually this will be like a bit of a mini road going to connect to both sides. And then Mike's buildings will probably be in this front area. So that's kind of the plan, I suppose. Alright, let's keep going. This will up my my light value. So it's kind of like you need to keep it going for a little bit so that I can always put the fire out, but yeah, I just want to get I guess enough iron fragments together to make a few more ingots, because the nails, I need 10 nails, so that's 1 ingot just for that extra box, and I will need it. I will use those eventually. And 8, 8, 8, 24, so I need 34 nails just now. This gate sounds like a great idea, but can you see at the bottom there? Like it says over to the bottom left, 0 of 12 logs. And this is just the basic gate, by the way, it's not the metal one. It needs 4 copper ingots. So, yeah, we're going to have to put some sort of, mining extractor in the mine to get some of that kind of loot out, unless the guys drop some stuff on us. Back at the main base, I think I had maybe 1 cobalt, 1 copper or something. So, these guys do eventually drop stuff, which is handy. So yeah, we're not doing too bad, but yeah, just I'll end up having to try to defend the base from on the top there, where at least I can. It's almost like I've got a 180-degree kind of area to defend, because I'm up against the wall, and because the base curves a little bit, and that it's a little bit more like a 270-degree defensive thing, I suppose. But they don't tend to spread out too much. They attack one area, so perhaps leave the small guys. That's probably my tactic, I suppose, and just shoot arrows into the big guy. I think that's my way of defending the base, I suppose. Eventually we'll start to design better and better defenses, which should really help. So there's 3 lots of 5 fragments, so we'll do another set of these. Might cook up a few metal ingots so we can, I know for certain I've got enough ingots to make the nails, and then we'll head over there towards the mine. Now don't forget, you can upgrade these guys, but you need the upgrade hammer on you, and I think it's is it 20 metal iron fragments, 20 iron fragments I think, to upgrade just one. So it's like Oh my goodness, it's expensive, but it gets easier as time goes on. Like, these little furnaces are, pretty bad. It's all you got when you first start. And look, technically, I could make half a dozen of these and probably still use them. But the bigger forges, allow you to have, instead of 2 slots, allow you to have 10. So yeah, it makes things a lot easier, a lot quicker. And I think in season 1 I had four of these big forges running, and people have had more than that, I'm sure, sort of thing. But it costs a little bit to run them, so I mean, at some point there, just use coal. Don't worry about using for the firewood or anything. Okay, so what we might do, 1, 2, 3, actually we might keep all that on us. When this cooks up, I can put in 4 ingots, so that'll give me, what, 40 nails. Was there something else I needed nails for? Oh, I think if I built another one of these for watermelons, I could. So yeah, we're definitely going to go through them. And I think I started putting extra food down here because I wanted to have some spoiled food anyway that I could use to make biofuel. Alright, little ingots, hurry up. Or fragments. So yeah, it's so much handy just having these boxes, and you can just pick them up and move them around, which is absolutely awesome. I'm not sure if you realise, but those carts out there, you can kind of put 2 of the stone crates on it and 2 of the normal chests on it, so it's pretty handy to move stuff around with that kind of storage. The truck obviously is going to be much better. And just to show you too, I did make 3 brand new bone spears and a new arrow. A new bow for the arrows. Let's see, there's 2 whole ingots being cooked up. Take those out. 2 lots of 5. Okay, so there's 4 ingots. Yeah, so I made a new bow. If you have a look, all of these basically 100 durability. So I've made 3 of those and a brand new bow. What's my bow at the moment? 57, 42, so they're both about half. Anyway. Alright, we'll let these cook up. We'll put the fires out so it doesn't keep our light value increasing kind of for no reason while we're not here. What's my food like at the moment? I can go a piece of meat. Grab one of these, drink a bit of water. I've got meat going in here. I did notice that the campfire's done nothing for light value, so you can just keep it running the whole time. I'll just keep it fired up, no pun intended. Yeah, so we might be right just to run over to the mine in a sec. We'll just put these fires out in a second, once we've got the ingots out. We'll head over to the mine, see what we can collect. It would be good to come back with some coal and a few other bits and pieces, so put that one out and put this one out. Okay, actually, why don't we just make the nails? If you have 5 ingots, you can do this a lot quicker just by putting all 5 on there. It'll make 50 sort of thing. But so that's all good. Actually, just in case it does rain and it's not too cold, I'm not sure how far away winter is. It might be far enough. Maybe one of each. Let's just try this. So the melon seed, the corn seed, and the cucumber seed. Then we'll put all these back. I might as well just keep them going, I think. There you go. Alright, so assuming we get them to grow before it hits winter, we'll get a bit of a crop out of it, which is helpful. Let's just save the game. We'll go for a run over. Just notice my health's down a little bit. I'm not going to take the cart the first time. I just want to go over here and have a look exactly where it is. Just get my bone spear out. I know it's in this area, but I haven't seen it yet. Down here somewhere. Is it through here, is it? Because you'd imagine it's over against this wall here somewhere. Yeah, where am I facing? Slightly to the right, must be through here. I can see it kind of goes up the hill there. Oh, there it is. It's up here. Okay. Alright, so this is where we'll have our little nodules for mining. He doesn't have his mining helmet on yet, so that's a bit of a pain in the... So I can get mushrooms. Oh, there's the nodules just spawned in. We just have to watch out for dingbats. So this is a coal nodule, so we'll pick up some coal here. Yeah, we really have to quite quickly get into metal tools. Make our life a lot easier. A few more mushrooms. So I think every time I pick up a mushroom, I'm getting... Is it... I thought it used to be tree. Maybe that's changed slightly. So this should give us some ore, probably iron and lead. So there's lead, small stone, lead. I really don't have a great liking for the scorpions. Now that just moved, so... Where is he? Just there. I think that killed him. So, no. Should be able to harvest him. Yeah, cool. Oops, I think I lost an arrow then. They are so hard to see. It's so much better at least having the mining helmet on, so we'll have to look into that fairly soon. Some lead. Not going to worry about the small stones, if I can. So it looks like the caves are fairly similar to what they were before, in terms of how they function and stuff. So don't forget, these lead, they weigh 2 each. I'm a bit surprised I haven't picked up any iron. I don't know, maybe they've changed that? I don't know. But other recipes for food and stuff will obviously use the mushrooms, so very cool, very worthwhile to be able to pick them up if you can. So they often have clay as well. Yeah, that's a lot of oh crap, okay. And you can get out your spear and attack them as well, but I find they often hurt you no matter what. Like, absolutely no idea that the scorpion was there. They almost look like, to me anyway, they look a lot like moving mushrooms. Almost like the same colour. I think that's a coal nodule. Looks like she's going to break up. Actually, what did it give me? Yeah, this is coal, yeah. I've got plenty of health kits on me. I don't want to... Oops. Harvest that. Kind of handy to go back with a whole bunch of mushrooms. They never used to perish. They weren't really a perishable item, but I don't know whether they've changed that or not. I don't think so. So if I have a look at my inventory, it doesn't look like they go off, but yeah, you do actually get a piece of meat with the scorpion. Sorry, I had to stop there. I was thinking, is that a mushroom or is that a scorpion? Normally you can see them kind of move around a bit, but you know, you obviously wouldn't want to come in here at night without a headlamp. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised I haven't found anything but lead so far. I wonder if the mines all give certain different types of stuff. I thought they just were all the same, but I don't know, might just have that wrong. Maybe this is as far back as the mine goes. Ah, man, where are you? You stop hitting me. At least they might have lowered the amount of damage. Maybe that scorpions do. Don't know. Grab what we can out of here, I suppose. But I think from what they've been saying, you can actually put a mineral extractor in here, and it will pick up any. You can. I think you can actually pick up whatever you want. I think that's how they've done it. Oh, there's another one that just spawned in. Another ore nodule. Oh no, there's iron. Well, that's interesting. That's my first iron. Wow. Okay, so you can. I'm glad that happened because I'm starting to think you don't get them here. Ooh, is that lead? Do I have to duck to get it? Or has that gone inside the... Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. It looks like a stone anyway, before we get glitched out and crash something. Now see, that's a scorpion just sitting there. I know it kind of wastes an arrow. You know, I have a, whatever it is, 50-50 chance of being able to get the arrow back, but yeah, the spear, I don't know. You're going to get hurt, I think, if you use the spear, but if you're okay with that, then just go for it, I suppose. But the bow and arrow, well, at least you know, you might lose a few arrows, but you're not going to get hurt as much. Still, if they only do that amount of damage, I can't fit much more in, can I? Yeah, okay. Grab a few mushrooms on the way out. It's not a bad little hoist of minerals, I suppose. See, there's more stuff spawning in as we do move around. Is that a bird or a chicken? Yeah, I thought it was a chook. Yeah, chook, 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 chook. Yeah, well, serves you right. Come back for that melon. Ah, crap. Oh. Do you do? Do we have anything we can eat? Probably the meat. I need to eat meat anyway. Let's just eat both of them. We need to eat that. Let's drink some water. We're back under... That won't put us over if we just pick up the pumpkin, will it? No, okay. Alright, so we've got to remember it's a little bit of a distance in there. Lamb's over that way. Yeah, which way am I facing again? Oh, go through. Yeah, see you, lamb. There's a goat there as well. What the? Just hanging around waiting to be harvested, I suppose. Yeah, see, that's another thing too. We need to get 10 ingots going so we can make another butcher's table up here too. Anyway, she's yeah, steady sort of grind, I suppose. I love having the melons for winter, just if you get stuck and you're running out of carbs and whatnot. There's 3 in there now, which is really good. Now, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to need space to put this stuff right. So this is where we start to manufacture lots and lots of chests because we end up with so much stuff. Let's see. If you can grab just one coal, put it in the middle, it just fills it up entirely. This is a bit of waste, but I might as well make use of a few of them. Alright, let's just put these in here for the time being. Put our feathers in there. Yeah, you got a fair few feathers, I suppose. Alrighty, let's just save the game here. So yeah, we've done pretty well. We've been to the mine. We know where it is now. The other thing you could do is you have, what was it, season 1 I had, I don't know how many, I must have had like 6 to 10 butcher's tables and had quite a few carts and stuff like that. So if you harvest, well sorry, if you collect an animal, like this goat here, and you stick him in the cart, he doesn't go off. He just stays there infinitely kind of thing. So you could do that just to store them. But once I get the butcher's table, then I want to carve him up and make use of his liver and that, because I haven't upgraded anything. Like my stamina and my health are still at 100, and we really want to improve that. So sorry, just saw a bird sitting there. Do I get my arrow back? No, apparently not. It's not on the ground. No. Anyway, got some more feathers. So that's pretty handy. The other thing we could look at, I just want to see what it entails. Hang on. Oh, look. Water's still okay. Oh, they're still growing, so hopefully it doesn't turn to winter too quick and we get a harvest or 2 out of it. The other thing I was going to say was placeables. Now, these guys. So we've got the tech for everything, but we don't have all the ores and stuff yet. The brick forge, it needs, wow, yeah, they need 10 iron ingots, so it's a bit of a grind to get to your first one. Then after that it kind of speeds up a bit because the brick forge is going to make your iron ingots a little bit quicker. So we kind of have all our materials for making a mineral extractor already, if you know what I mean. Like, we can make planks and nails and iron ingots, but yeah, it's going to take a while. And the same with these guys. So, you know, what did we used to have? Like maybe 3 mineral extractors in each of the mines or something. So maybe we ended up with 10 to 15 of these. So we ended up with quite a few running eventually. And then we've got to make just about every one of these other things 1 or more of. So even a garage, fairly expensive. All those bricks and the amount of cement you have to make and so on. So we could make a stone grinder, cement mixer. You know, there's just so many things in the game that we can still make. And we haven't even touched on the power yet. We have to set up a control panel, junction boxes and little relays and stuff like that, and wall switches to turn lights on and off and whatnot, and batteries to store power. And I believe the solar panels and the wind turbines work a bit differently now, so you'll probably need to have both. So that will probably happen up on the top of here, I would think. Or if we build this tower up and then have a staircase that gets us on top, this might be a flat area up here where we can put a few of the solar panels and wind turbines as well. Anyhow, yeah, we're going to have to keep going with this manufacturing these guys, because we need as many of these happening as we possibly can. And eventually, yeah, we're gonna end up having to fight someone. I was thinking, just off camera before, I was thinking to myself, if you went a little ways down the road, you could start another little area, have a little furnace, and so it resets to a new noise and light value. You kind of use that and bring it up to 9 or something, but then just exit it, if you know what I mean. Never actually endure an attack. You could do that, I suppose. I guess it's just not as much fun. Anyhow. Okay, so that's not too bad. We're getting set up. Got a few little planter boxes. Got ourselves kind of protected a little bit from the guys showing up. Hang on, how many... See, we could cook 1 iron ore and it would make 1 iron ingot, right? Which is handy, but I think you need to mix lead and iron on the anvil to make steel, and then it's just like a, what would you call it? Can't remember what it's called, but it's like a steel ore then that you can basically put into the furnace and it makes steel. And you do need steel to manufacture quite a bit of stuff as well. So I tend to not use the iron ores for that. I just leave them aside. Okay, so another couple in there. This is where others tend to, I think... yeah, I think if I grab them off and I put them on the anvil... Ah, steel alloy, that's what I was thinking of. So yeah, could actually make a steel alloy and then basically you cook it up. So yep, there's a bit of a process to be had, I suppose. So I guess the question then is going to be, what do we do with the steel ingots first? Do we make a butcher's table so we can carve up animals and get more stuff? Or I think we might. Or do you go down this line of trying to make a mineral extractor? Yeah, a little bit time consuming. Normally you kind of run around doing other things while you're waiting for these to cook up. But I might just process a few of these before we end the episode and then we'll come back. I was kind of wondering if there was enough... Like, is there enough gap to go with a straight staircase all the way up the side here? Or do we just continue with a bit of a spiral staircase that goes up through the levels of this building, perhaps? To have a think about that one. Well, that was good timing. And also, don't forget these trees that I've cut down out the front here. Give it a few more days, in-game days, and they'll all come back. Which will be sort of handy if we get Mike, because then he can just go out and start cutting down trees and harvesting the rocks. I was trying really hard not to touch the rocks that were just here, because then Mike will run out and get those for us. And if I remember right, they don't respawn. Ah, don't you move. I had like 3 or 4 chances to shoot him. My mouse just moved at the last moment. No arrow? No. So what have I got? Down to 7. I got a few more in the chest, but I'm going to have to obviously remember. Is that a frog? It's kind of funny though, you can survive quite well just on the frogs. Is that more timber? Who left 2 wooden logs out here, Trev? So I had moved these around. When our thought I still had an opening there. Maybe not. I think are these full? That one's full. That one's full. What was I saying? Totally lost the plot there. But yeah, just I don't know what we're gonna do when the little if it's a mini boss that comes with the other little guys. The other little guys are fine, um, but it's the little mini bosses that I think you have to worry about a bit. So how many have we got now? Kind of getting there. Could make another 3 ingots. Okay, well I guess yeah, I'm just going to make a few of these off camera to get a few more ingots happening, which is going to help us to make the butcher's table. But yeah, if you have a look at all these other, like the mineral extractors need 18, so I think realistically we need to head to the forge. So maybe the butcher's table with 10 ingots, and then after that we head to make our first brick forge. But then the question is, where are we doing all that? I mean, we could have brick forges up against this wall and then permanently leave them down here. Otherwise, we'd have to go up a level, which is like coming up here. See, we could have a staircase in this corner, then in the next level, a staircase back in this corner, and just use this end area as a way of getting up. And then maybe put the brick forges up on this level and have the manufacturing up here kind of thing. You know, there's so many ways of doing it, I suppose. I have to have a think about that off camera a little bit, but that's the plan. And then the other thing too is make another one of these for watermelons so that we can store as many of these as possible. There is a fair few at the other base too, but might be a bit unrealistic trying to bring them back. I don't know. Alright, well I might end up leaving the episode in a sec, I think. We'll just take care of these guys. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, tried to at least show you or get to the point where I've seen the mine. That was my main emphasis, but I think we're kind of secure enough, prepared enough for the guys to show up while we continue making these iron ingots. And you know, I might do a little bit off camera and get my light value up a bit higher, but I won't go past say 9.5 or something, so that you guys can see the actual attack on the base and see how well it defends, I suppose. Alright everyone, I will leave the episode here. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode, and if you have, you can really help the channel out by smashing the like button for this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you can super help the channel out by subscribing. Alright everyone, thanks so much. Cheers.